What's up, everybody? This is Love for the Streets, and you're watching The Ride Along.
Ride with us, slide with us, come vibe with us. Stay cruising with real hitters and dime pieces. Ain't nobody else comparing to the things we on. You got love for the streets, why don't you ride along? Ride with us, slide with us, come vibe with us. Stay cruising with real hitters and dime pieces. Ain't nobody else comparing to the things we on. You got love for the streets, why don't you ride along?
Alright guys, so today we're out here in South Central LA. We're featuring this one-of-a-kind, beautiful lowrider, and I'm gonna let the owner introduce himself.
What's up, guys? My name is Sal. I'm from High Class LA. This is my 65 Ford Wagon, nicknamed Cali Wagon.
Ride with us, slide with us, come vibe with us. Stay cruising with real hitters and dime pieces. Ain't nobody else comparing to the things we on. You got love for the streets, why don't you ride along? Ride with us, slide with us, come vibe with us. Stay cruising with real hitters and dime pieces. Ain't nobody else comparing.
Alright, my boy, so what do you say? We take a little ride or what?
Go,
Let's
do
try,
this.
my boy. Let's go.
I wake up, no hangover to phase us. Freshen up, get going, time don't wait for us. Step out, smell the gun, smoking fake love. Call the homie, see what's cracking with the Players Club.
Alright, my boy, so you're excited for you to finally interview you or what?
Yeah?
That's right.
A little nervous, but
Nah, don't be nervous, dog. It's everything's it's like if you're telling me, dog. It's just two guys in the car driving, cruising.
Yep.
That's right, dog. So let me ask you a first question. Everybody wants to know this. You already know what question it is. Why a Ford?
well, the majority of people that I know is Chevy lovers. I'm a Chevy lover,
Yeah.
but you know, it's and the lowrider thing is you got to be different. That's the whole key thing about lowriding. You got to bring out and do stuff different that the other guy, you know, has. You know, like, you know. But yeah, Ford, you don't see that many out there.
So there's no real reason why. You just wanted to be different.
Just want to be different, bring out something nobody really had,
And speaking of something that nobody really had, I've told you this before a lot of times, that to me this is one of the most unique builds that I've ever seen. One of a kind. I don't think I'll ever see any other Ford Wagon lowrider ever. So what's the history of you and the wagon itself?
well,
How long ago did you buy it?
I've been having this wagon for more than 10 years.
Okay.
Just sitting around the backyard. Had other projects going on, and you know, one of these days, I decided just to, you know, start building it, start doing something with it.
So when you saw this wagon, what condition was it in?
It was in decent condition.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Did it run?
No, the engine was shot. You know, it was.
And where did you find it?
It was in a garage, sitting there for 27 years.
Somebody you knew?
No, it was old man had it just sitting there.
Right.
Yeah, first owner, so I was the second owner on it. Yeah.
And did he want to sell it?
Actually, he didn't have a for sale sign. Somebody I knew was working on a job site, and this guy had a garage door open and seen the front end of it, and he walked over on his lunch break to go check out the car and ask him a couple questions. And he asked him about it. He's like, yeah, you know, somebody might be interested in buying it. What do you think? And he took pictures, sent them to me, and you know,
That was that.
that was that. Yeah.
All right. So what is one of the first things that stands out of this build? You have a lot of engraving. Anybody in particular that did your engraving or worked on the metal work?
Yeah. Hi Mickelson, yeah. He was the one that did all my engraving on the outer
Parts, bumpers, and
yeah,
stuff
all
like
that stuff outside, my rims, everything. He's the one that did that part of the car, of the wagon. And all the chrome and all that other stuff got dipped by Speedy.
And then who painted the car for you?
A good friend of mine, he His name is Chris. He has a shop in Wilmington. You know, he shot the paint. That's about it. He just painted it. Yeah.
And then the patterns?
Patterns were done by Skippy.
Skippy?
Yeah. I guess he was right there when Curly was at his shop.
Oh, all right.
So
this car has been touched by people that are good at their craft.
Out there, in the industry of lowriding. They know their stuff.
So you said that you got this car 10 years ago. Did it go through different phases, or this is kind of like it's been built like this, or you had it a different way, or?
I was gonna put big rims on it.
Oh wow! At first, that's what you wanted to do. All right.
Just bring out something like same thing, something different. A wagon with big 24s, 20s. I don't know.
Whatever it was.
Yeah. But then I had some 13s laying around the house, and I threw them on, and I kind of like walked, just kind of, just looked at it, and I was like, you know what? I think this is it's gonna be a good a good lowrider. I got a little vision. Yeah, so I was like.
Plus the body styles, they kind of like go with the look of a lowrider. You know, kind of squared, but, yeah, but it has like the lights, the grill.
Thank you.
What kind of reactions do you get? Do you like those type of reactions? It's like
the attention. Yeah. You go out there. Everybody's out there, giving you the thumbs up
whenever you ride it.
Yeah. So it's like it's a good feeling.
And then I've seen this car sitting full display at shows. So for people that are, that this is something that you do display and you do take to shows, right? Like,
yes. I like to travel out of state. I like to go out there and show my ride out there to other people, and that maybe have a wagon out there that they want to build and they don't even know how to start.
Have you ever seen another wagon like this? I mean, I'm not saying like a lowrider, but just in general, just same year and body style and everything fixed up,
At this point, until for this build, I haven't seen another one. There's other wagons out there. They're clean,
Mm-hmm.
But Ford, you kind of don't see them that much. No. Chevy, you see them left and right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but not like to
now with you, Sal, is it do you like the competition you get against some of these Chevy owners?
I do. I like it. I just like the that it's not only about Chevy,
Like I've told you this before. I like that you thought outside the box. That it takes somebody that has a vision for them to look at something and see the potential that it has.
Yes.
That it could have. That's something that's a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
That I'm pretty sure, and it's like this to me, and for everybody that really thinks about it. It's more of a, how can I say it, like it's historical. It's something that it's something that's gonna go down in history as like the first Ford 65 Ford wagon that was a lowrider. It's like I know I've seen Camaros, 70s Camaros and 60s, but I've seen them as lowriders also. And to me, it's like I could walk past a row of Impalas, and don't get me wrong, some of them are very beautiful.
Oh yeah.
But this one stands out, or the Camaro stands out. At least it catches your eye because you've never seen something like that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. Go ahead.
To me, all those Impalas and Monte Carlos and Cutlasses, it's the same car, different patterns, different color.
Yeah.
That's to me, I like to have something else. Come on, bring something else that really people don't.
And not to say that you wouldn't fix up a.
Oh no.
An Impala or anything like that. Of course not, right?
No. I've had them before. You know.
You've enjoyed them.
Yeah. So it's a whole different,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I feel you. Like, and for me personally, from as a fan of the scene, of the culture, I could tell you that I love seeing when somebody, like, the purpose of one of these of this show itself is that I'm able to hear the person, like, pick their brain,
Yeah.
and like what was going through this guy's mind. And I'm pretty sure you got a lot of people telling you, come on, you're gonna fix that up.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I had that. I had throughout the 4 years that I was building the wagon, I had the little negative feedback from random people, some from the club, some from people that I knew. Why you putting all this money on this wagon? It's a Ford, is this and that? It's like, look, I bust my ass for what I want, and that's my vision. This is what I want. If you don't like it, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had a lot of people telling me why a Ford.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing I know for sure you had a lot of positive too, huh?
Oh yeah.
A lot of people said hell yeah. And it's like this. It takes a certain group to visualize it. You know, to see what you're seeing. They say, damn, you know what? You're right, dog. I never thought about it. I wish I would have been the first one to think about that.
Yeah.
It's like I tell my homies. I've told them. It's like, just imagine being the first guy that saw a Lincoln Town car, a Turtle, you know, whatever, 2001. And said, you know what, I'm gonna put some 13s on it. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna put some,
some
paint, hydraulics, whatever. And the first guy to do that said, you know what? And see, we were discussing that just the other day. That is literally the last, of the lowriders.
Yeah.
Because after that, like, what do we have? What do we have left? So then you start thinking, like, you know what? Like, let's start thinking outside the box. Like, for all we know, there's other vehicles that will look nice, as a lowrider.
As a lowrider.
Exactly. And that's what I tell people like this, like, that's the beauty of this.
Yeah.
That there's so much potential, we just don't see it.
And honestly, when you're building a car, you gotta do your homework. You gotta go out there to the shows and just kind of like, just check out the other cars or something that you have similar that you're building, and just kind of like
draw inspiration.
Get some of those ideas, and don't try to like copy them, but put your own taste to them, and you'll see that whatever you come out with is gonna be,
No, and I can sit here too and say the copying part, it's a little tricky,
Yeah, it is.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like if we misunderstand it sometimes, because you know what, it could be that it's paying like respect, like you did something to it. Because come on, dog, like, what car doesn't have patterns?
Yeah.
What car doesn't have engraving?
Yeah.
13s.
Yeah.
And it's not so much, that you're doing the same as them, but you're doing it high. Exactly. So it's, you're keeping it within the same, I guess, style.
Yeah.
But then you're adding your own little twist to it. You're putting it on a different type of car, right?
Yes, pretty much.
So, in regards to the interior, bro, who did your interior?
Good friend of mine, Louis. He's from Hawthorne. Everything was built in the backyard.
It's a 65. Yeah.
Yeah, everything was built in the backyard. He used to have a shop, and he was doing everything from scratch.
Yeah.
From fiberglassing.
And is it something that you gave him, like, just like, hey, I want this, I want that?
Yeah, it was his ideas and my ideas combined together. And this guy has a lot of talent, and for working in his backyard, he's a good guy.
He did a good job. Good job. You were happy with the work, right?
Yes.
What hydraulics do you have?
Nothing too special. I mean, nothing too fancy. Just 2 pumps, 4 batteries, just lay and play. Nothing, no decas and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just something.
And then I noticed that you don't have your pumps, showing.
Yeah.
So I feel like if even that's room for improvement, right? Because
that right there, I wanted to keep it kind of like. That's like people that ask me questions. Hey, is that cut, or does it have airbags? They don't know because I hit everything. That was one of the things why I wanted it.
Plus, you maintain the 2 seats that are in the back, right? Yeah. Because that's another, for people that know about building old cars, like those are like extras that came with the car that you could order, I guess, at the, when you would buy the car, you could say, hey, I want this to have, a third row or whatever. Yeah.
And I wanted to keep all that stuff still the same, original, just add a little bit of my, my little ideas back there.
How does your family take you having this car, like, to them? What does it mean to them?
They love it, especially when we go out together to functions like, picnics or anything, to car shows. The majority of the time, we all go out.
So it becomes a part also of them.
They help me out with the displays. They,
they enjoy it also.
Whenever they get a chance.
So to you would say that having this car is also like a bonding between you guys, right? You and your family.
Yes. When there's a time and a chance for you to be around the whole family, that's a plus right there.
Right.
But it's not always
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be from your car club?
I'm honored. I'm happy.
How long have you been from it and stuff?
Man, I've for sure been there for more than 15 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've been with high class for a long time. I've been out there. One of the oldest guys in the club, in the LA chapter, from my LA chapter. But
it feels good to be part of it.
It feels good. Yeah.
Were you a part of any other clubs prior to high class? Or?
I was from La Gente for a minute.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I was from there for a while. But
you moved on.
I moved on. Yeah, I wasn't really.
It wasn't for you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And that happens. I feel like if you gotta find your home.
Yeah.
Wherever you feel better, your friends. You're the same people with the same vision as you with your cars and stuff.
And then the guys are like we're all family. Look out for each other.
It's grown to be that way, right?
Yes.
That's right. Tell us a little bit about your background in the car scene. What did you have prior to this? What are you working on now? Prior to the wagon, what car did you own? Cars.
I've had Impalas. I had other Fords. I had a Ford Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Hardtop. Did you do anything with that one? Like
nah, just kept it clean. 13s, and I didn't even cut that one. I just it was cruiser. Yeah. It leads to a lot of attention. Like I don't know, for some reason, like I said, when you bring out something you really don't see in the streets, it attracts more.
I feel like this, that's another thing. If you're gonna do it, stand out. Yeah. You could have gone, like you said, just 13s and that's it. But no, you went with the engraving patterns, airbrush. Speaking of the airbrush, who did your airbrush work?
Airbrush was done by Shinji. He's from, probably a lot of guys out there know him. He's from Japan. He comes out here every so often. He travels. He has jobs here in this country. You book him, he comes to you, and he does his magic. That's right. So.
Is there any theme to the airbrush work that he did?
Yeah, it was some of my ideas, my wife's, and his ideas combined. I told him that I didn't want nothing too different, nothing too of the same stuff that he does all the time. Skulls and Aztec stuff, and not that it's
but you didn't want that theme for the
I should say, I told him, what, I want stuff where I grew up around, where I lived,
like to tell a little story about it.
Yeah, and just parts of places I've been to,
right.
And
I noticed you have like a theme, like a LA, Southern California, right, with the girls and the cars and stuff like that, right?
Whittier and
those are iconic places, right? I guess.
The Legion Park and all that stuff.
Definitely. So as far as the engine, what is it that you have underneath the hood?
It's the original block that it came with. I just took it out, rebuilt everything, cammed it out, gave it more horsepower. It became to a 390.
Okay.
So that's what.
But is the original Ford that came the engine block that came with the all right?
Yes,
and you just bolted up, so you're able to jump on the freeway.
Absolutely. I just upgraded things, and I add your little.
Are you into like engine work?
Yeah.
Like, is that like something that you had to include in your build?
Oh yeah. That's the heart of the whole.
All right.
That's the heart of the whole build.
So it's like this. It's like if that ain't right, then You know, you can't have you know all this other work and not
not the engine. Yeah, that's like the little diamond on the ring. You know.
Right. Where's the farthest that you've gone with this wagon, where you've showed it at shows or?
The furthest I've gone is Texas.
Oh, all right.
Been in Texas quite a few times.
What was the reaction that you got over there?
Man, different kinds.
Yeah.
I had people from like, I don't like wagons, but yours is the shit.
and me personally, like, Doug, I could sit here and say, see, when you narrow it down and you're like, I don't like this, I don't like that. So I feel like this, dog, that it's just people that probably don't have the eye for it, dog.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some badass wagons out there. Dog. There's a 62. It's actually been at our show, and 62 Bel Air.
Yeah.
Beautiful wagon. And it's like this. I feel like even with the engraving and with the you know the extras, like it's so subtle, but it stands out.
It stands out.
So even with this one, you know, where it's like even the little emblem that says Cali Wagon, it's something small, you know, it's you know, you blink and you miss it type of thing, right?
Oh yeah.
But those are little things that you said, the nice touch.
The little details.
You know, the engraving inside on the door panels that says the Cali Wagon on it.
Yeah.
That's another thing. The reason behind the name?
Well, it's a California wagon. It's not from out of state. It was built here, and I'm in Cali, so I don't know what other name to put on it. So I said, you know what, let's put Cali Wagon. As
original as you can be, with you know, you gotta get straight to the point, right?
Yeah. You know, so I was like, you know what, I think this name will fit on it. And once it was on the wagon, that Skippy did that back there on the wagon, I was like, yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect touch, huh?
Yeah.
Anybody that in particular that you could say helped you along the way, as far as to get the wagon to where it's at right now?
Meaning like family and friends and stuff? Yeah, well, my family, you know, all the support from my wife and my kids, my mom and dad, you know, and all my friends that helped out, you know, they know who they are. They you know,
they encouraged you, they helped you.
They came over in my house and helped out and stuff, and you know, it was good.
Any upgrades that you have coming up for this build?
Oh yeah, there's a couple. I was thinking about just letting it down for a little bit and bring it out maybe next year with some other upgrades.
Oh yeah.
Suspension wise, hydraulic wise, and some stuff in the engine.
So the good thing is that you have room to grow.
Yeah.
You have things that you could change up. You know, fix. You know, absolutely. Having a lowrider is always going to be something. That's the best part of it, right? Know? You're never done.
Never done. There's always going to be something you got to do to it.
That's right. Anything that you're building that we should know about? We should keep our eye out for.
Well, actually, I got two builds that I want to start, but you can't do two at the same time if your pocket's not that well. But I do have a 67 rag. It's a Ford.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's.
And you plan on going all out on that one too?
I don't know. I gotta.
Hey, they never start off like that, huh?
They don't.
And then by the time you're at a point like, man, you know what? I'm gonna add this.
Like, I've been thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it stock. You know, just powder coat this, powder coat that.
I don't see you as a stock guy.
And then I get to myself like, man, I think I gotta put that suspension in nice and chrome, and you know. So yeah, I have that rag top, and then I got a C10.
Oh, all right.
Chevy Silverado.
Okay.
So that's
another project.
That's my other project.
All right. Something to keep. So if we see you rolling in a Chevy, don't hold it against the guy, you know. So.
No. And it's just, and like I said, I've been doing my homework. I've been going to a lot of car shows. I've been scoping out a lot of these trucks, and I already got my little list of stuff that, you know, I don't see in them on those other trucks that I'm gonna do on mine.
Oh, and then you know what's another good thing is, if you draw inspiration from other car scenes, you know, even like the Dubs, you know, even like the, you know, the muscle cars, like things that they do that is not in the lowrider scene, right? So aside from lowriders, is there any other hobby that you're into? Anything that you like to do? You know, some people collect guns, other people collect stamps.
I collect Hot Wheels.
Well, let me find out. You collect comic books?
No, I do.
You do actually?
I collect. Now I haven't been doing comics for a long time, but I do have them.
Yeah.
And
All right.
I've been collecting Hot Wheels for the longest. I do have a big collection.
Right.
It's a little something, you know, you do on the side that you got the little extra money to kind of, you know.
All right, Sal. So if you could buy or, you know, and build any car out there, what would it be? Like your dream car. This is like the car, your Eleanor, you know, the car that you always wanted, that, you know, you've never got.
You know what? I really never, I don't have no car like that. No.
Nothing.
Nah.
You know, it could be a Datsun truck. It could be a...
I'm a car enthusiast, dude. Anything that catches my eye, and, you know, I could...
Hey, don't you wish that we could own all of the cars we like? Right?
Why you think I collect Hot Wheels, man? Because I know, you know.
I feel you on that one.
I buy them. I say, hey, I got.
Like, I wish it was one of those situations, dog, that we could like a candy store, like or like Toys R Us. Like, let me get one of those.
Yeah.
Let me get two of those. Let me get a rag and a hardtop of that one.
It's you know.
That's tough,
but if it was something that I had the money and it was like, I'll get a convertible something, you know.
Oh, all right.
Something you know, like. You know how everybody like 57 Bel Airs and 50 all the you know,
The Type 5s.
I would go with a Cadillac.
Oh, all right.
You know?
Yeah. Change it up a little bit.
Yeah, more luxury, more, you know, I don't know. It's just.
Have you ever owned any Cadillacs?
A while back I had one. I had a 80, it was like an 80 something Cadillac, but that was my only one. You know how it is back then. You have a car, use it for a while, and then you flip it, you know,
and then you regret it.
And then you regret it, like, man, I had that car. Why did I sell it?
Yeah.
You know.
But you know how it is, though, that if you're a car guy, you don't fall in love with cars that easily, or you don't grow attached to them.
Yeah.
You know, so at least you could say you drove it. You know, you had it, you fixed it up a little bit, and you let somebody else enjoy it. You know.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So as far as rims, what are you running right now? What do you have?
Just regular 13s, all engraved.
Zeniths?
No, they're regular Chinas actually.
Wow. So for everybody that that's out there, hey, you could turn some Chinas into something beautiful.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you just gotta have that imagination and the good engraver, and you know, and
turn a rock into a diamond.
Yeah, man. It's just I got the original knockoffs. Those are dog ear things, you know.
Yeah, all right.
But other than that, they're regular Chinas. But you know, whoever knows about them knows about them. Whoever doesn't,
they know now.
They know now.
But it's not something to be embarrassed about.
No.
Like, you roll how you roll, and you roll whatever you want to roll.
It's all whatever your pocket could, you know, could afford, you know. And
that's right.
You know.
So what are some of the modifications that you did to the car when you got it? Like things that you changed?
Well, pretty much at the 44-inch moonroof.
Oh, okay. So this didn't come with the...
No, I bought this moonroof from Juanito and his pops. They do moonroofs, and they came over to my house and they
cut it out
and did everything. Yeah.
All right.
And I wanted to keep that metal top, the metal, you know, that way I could add those patterns all the way through the whole wagon.
Okay.
So that was another little, you know,
little thing that you...
And I still have the glass in there.
Oh, okay. So it has the metal on top of the glass.
Yeah. So whenever I decide to take off that that metal sheet, you know, I could still see through. Yeah, exactly. Sunlight or something.
And then as far as your hydraulics, do you have like your frame? Is it
reinforced?
Yeah.
No, that's not reinforced. Because I don't really.
You don't abuse it.
I don't abuse the car like that. It's only, like I said, it's only lay and play. If I'm out there hopping, then yeah, you got.
So you've managed to get this off the ground.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the 4 batteries and the 2 pumps.
Yeah. Especially when the batteries are brand new, it hits.
Yeah, all right.
Even though it has, you know, 2 pumps, you know, it's still.
So I drove this car before. Something that I noticed about this car is that it's light. It's not a heavy car. It doesn't have a lot of weight to it. So it's you know, it feels like you're just driving a regular car, you know, like a daily.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sound. As far as the car scene, what is your legacy that you want to leave in the car scene? The day you retire, the day you say that's it, which I highly doubt that'll happen, but something that you want to leave.
I don't know, just if you got those ideas and you got a build that you have out there you want to do, go with it, you know. Don't listen to all that negative stuff, you know. If you know what you're doing, and you know, doesn't matter how much money you got, whatever you have is cool, you know. Like, you know, just go with what you got, you know.
That's right. And that's for the next generation.
Yeah, like, you know, like, don't listen to people, you know. Just do what's in your heart, you know.
That's a good message right there, because there's probably a lot of people out there that feel that they need to build a certain car or build a, you know, to other people's standards.
Yeah, because they wanna you know, don't be a follower, you know.
Yeah.
Just be you.
Stand out from the crowd.
Be you.
And being the same is not as bad, you know. It's not that bad. But you know, I guess in the car scene, that's the beauty of it. That you could just let your imagination run wild. You know, you could do as much. There's no limit to what you could do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, your only limitation is your pockets, maybe.
Pockets.
And you know, you can't make the car fly. You know, I mean, who knows? Maybe you will, right? But all right, dog. Well, once again, thank you very much for letting us take a ride with you. We enjoyed it. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity for me, because you already know how I feel about your wagon. And I'm very honored to be able to take a ride with you. Thank you.
Thank you. I would just want to say thanks, love for the streets. Give me the opportunity to come out and, you know, tell you guys a little bit of story about my wagon. And shout out to High Class, and to everybody that's out there following us. You know, see you next time.
That's right. So there you have it, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share the video. Stay tuned for next week's episode. We're gonna have another badass car. Until then, you already know this has been the Ride Along.